The people we live with on a daily basis have a great impact on our lives, both positive and negative, and although it is not easy or comfortable, we need to identify and distance ourselves from certain types of people, otherwise they can harm our mental health and our relationships. Will help us create boundaries and is to cultivate more positive and uplifting relationships that they can even help us grow and reach our goals. The problem is that people don't come with a sticker on their forehead saying if they are a toxic person or not, much less that we should stay away from them. But in today's video we are going to get to know 6 types of people we should stay away from as soon as possible, and you will be surprised how many toxic people are around you. The first type of people to stay away from are gossips people. Gossipers are specialists in spreading rumors and gossip about other people and cannot bear the negative consequences that this can generate. They usually gossip to feel more powerful and important, or they do it simply with the intention of manipulating people through the dissemination of confidential information. In addition, these people are very harmful to personal and professional relationships, because your gossip can lead to the creation of misunderstandings, conflicts, and even damage irreparable relationships. The problem is that sometimes the gossiping person is part of our family and doesn't have much to do, but in that case you can talk to the person and tell her that gossip and rumors are harmful and that she needs to respect the privacy and choices of others. Already in the workplace, gossip can lead to conflicts between colleagues and harming the company's image. Is why it is very important to establish an open and direct communication channel so that people feel comfortable addressing problems and avoiding gossip. According to lazy people, lazy and without any ambition, after all, they can be very toxic both in personal and professional relationships because their lack of motivation and dedication can infect us and lead us to discouragement and lack of progress. These people usually have difficulties in fulfilling commitments, reaching goals, and keeping their responsibilities. In addition, they often avoid difficult or uncomfortable tasks and end up leaving their obligations to other people to assume, and how if that wasn't enough, they still have a negative view of success and may discouraging you from pursuing your dreams of goals. Is even more delicate when we are in a relationship with a lazy person, and in this case it is important to define specific goals and possibilities for the person in addition to maintaining an open dialogue about progress and what you expect. Already, if you work with a lazy person, it can be useful to delegate specific tasks and set deadlines clear. Also keep an open dialogue about the progress and encourage the person to take responsibility for their actions. Controlling third parties. These types of people have an intense desire to control all situations and people around them, and to do this they may try to manipulate and dominate others to satisfy their needs. These people's wills can be very dangerous as their need for control can lead them to abusive and oppressive behavior. Controlling people often have difficulties dealing with change and can become extremely anxious or aggressive when they feel threatened, and in the face of all this anxiety and feeling of threat, these people do not respect the boundaries of others. They invade people's privacy and interfere with their decisions, personal and professional, and this type of behavior can lead to situations in which people feel trapped or overwhelmed by the person's controlling behavior. So when relating to a controlling person, set limits to the behavior you expect from them. Also, they may not be willing to change their attitudes. Because of this, the best solution may be to walk away from that person. The fourth type people to stay away from are narcissists. People with narcissistic personality disorder have an inflated view of themselves and they often feel superior to others. They often disregard people's feelings and try to benefit at their expense. Narcissists can also become very dangerous in personal and professional relationships as their actions are often motivated by a relentless search for validation, and if they get what they want, they can be extremely manipulative and try to control their victims in order to maintain their position of power and superiority. In addition, narcissistic people have a lot of difficulty dealing with criticism and therefore can become extremely defensive or aggressive when they feel that their self-esteem is being threatened. Because they are people with little or no empathy, they have difficulties to understand and connect with the feelings and needs of others and are often indifferent to the consequences of their actions, and that kind of behavior usually ends with people hurt or harmed by the narcissist, who obviously isn't concerned at all. Fifth, interesting people. Staying away from interesting people can be challenging but necessary to protect your mental and emotional health. After all, Interesting people only approach you when they need something, whether material or emotional, and usually they don't care about your feelings, needs or wants, and only think of themselves. People who are self-serving feel no pangs of conscience for using people in this way. They are often manipulative and dishonest just to gain personal benefit or advantage without regard to well-being or happiness of others. In addition, this type of person does not have any kind of empathy and compassion for others. They are selfish and make decisions that harm other people without any concern for the consequences. And to deal with interesting people, you can start saying no when they ask for favors or approach you with ulterior motives. In addition, you can also avoid unnecessary conversations or encounters with them. It is important to be aware that you don't have to justify your choices to these people, and that you have every right to walk away from them if you feel that's the right thing to do. It's best for you to also seek out the company of people who share your interests and values and are willing to even genuinely support and help. This could include family, friends, and coworkers. The sixth type of people to stay away from are aggressive people. People aggressive are those who have violent, hostile, or intimidating behavior. These people cause fear, anxiety, and stress in people around them, and yours behavior is often harmful to our physical and emotional health. These people have a lot of difficulty controlling anger and frustration, which can lead to outbursts of aggressive behavior. In this way, they start to intimidate and threaten others, using offensive words, humiliating, and even practicing physical violence against your victims. Dealing with aggressive people can be very challenging and even dangerous, so put your safety and well-being first and stay away from these people as soon as possible. And remember that you have the right to be treated with respect and dignity, so do not tolerate aggressive and abusive behavior from anyone. For today's video, that's it. Hugs, and until next time.